how gluten changed someone's life, you will see it did happen to me. But first of all, I want to tell you that it's kind of weird to me as well, because I never thought I'm going to end up in here, in front of nice people, in this nice organization, when in fact I was just baking bread. Okay. So I was baking bread at home. I mean, just for my... It's gonna work. For sure, one day. Yeah. Oh, yes, this. Sorry. It's my first time I said. So, in fact, I was just baking bacon and bread and sweeties for my husband, because I love him so much and I wanted him to love me back. So I never expect from my kitchen ended up talking here for people about this matter, which is kind of weird, but you will see it is true and it's maybe for more than just me. So how I said, I just was doing that because I married a wonderful man that I met when I came to Canada. So I came to Canada for 3 months just to chill out a little bit and to improve my English command. I was a lawyer, I was running my firm, and I was doing well. But I came for that purpose. And I found out that Canada is beautiful and has so many beautiful things, more than I expect. I never thought I would to find something as beautiful as this. It wasn't the plan. I said, honestly, never thought I came to improve my English, and I indeed did. Because he wasn't Mexican, he was European. So, well, it was a very nice love story that with happy ending, and my whole life changed. So I changed everything. I didn't go back. Well, I did, of course, but I changed my life, my country, my whole life. I now was married with someone who has different ways. He said, what is the difference? It's going to be the most simple and hard to believe. What impact? The most impact in my life was, okay, what happened is, I left everything behind, even this. How come? What's wrong with her? So really? Well, yes, it was because as a Mexican, my diet was based on that. I know many people maybe not, maybe Mexican people is different. My diet was based on that. But having an European husband, of course I wanted to please him. I learned how to cook Hungarian food, and I learned to do these beauties too, which is very nice. What's wrong with that? So far, nothing. So far, nothing was wrong. But what happened? We know, we have learned about our daily bread, our holy bread, something that's very nutritious. The Bible or somewhere is written that you can live with bread and onion. All together make something very tasty, maybe not, I don't know. But they said it's very nutritious. And you can live with that? Maybe. It was in the past. Because our daily bread, that nutritious bread, doesn't exist anymore. But we don't know it. Nobody says that. Because, well, there are many things that we don't know. It is happening in our lives. And what happened to me? Well, I came to learn in a very hard way that these beauties were making so much trouble in my life. And let's talk about a little bit of history facts. What I learned is, after the World War II, Europe was devastated. The land was destroyed and so many people have died. So they needed, okay, the war was over, they needed to grow their population, they needed to feed them. But how if the land was so destroyed and there are so many people that have died? So it said that it it was a company who was making chemicals for the war, and now they were out of business. And the Rockefeller Foundation came to them and asked them to do something to make food as fast as possible. So they did. And yes, we're talking about Monsanto. So let's go back to the bread. What happened is nature has created 5 or 6 kinds of different wheat. Just 5 or 6. Monsanto has patented hundreds of them. So you cannot have a patent of something that is in the nature unless you change it. So that's what they did. This new kind of wheat that they made from sense till now is a very, very unique and way better wheat. It's way better, yes, because with very little piece of land, they can grow way more wheat, and that wheat has more gluten. We're not going to talk about chemical or this kind of stuff, but the gluten in the wheat is what makes the bread. Let's keep it like that. So the bread that we eat now is made with these new kinds of wheat, which has way more gluten. So there is no problem, they succeed, they were able to feed their population. Of course, because they have lots of bread. And for Europeans, that was food, the most important food, at least in my home it was. So there is bread, we say, we have food. And that was in most European houses. But what happened in that time, they solved the problem with this new kind of wheat, which produces more bread. So far, so good. Yes, but no. What happened? So if you are been in a Mexican party or we heard about Mexican fiesta, we know we have piñatas. And it was customary, I don't know now, but before it was customary to make our own piñatas at home with very rustic clay pots, paper, and something that we made with flour and water. Just cook it for a couple of minutes, and what you got? Engrudo. What is it? Well, so we make piñatas, yay! But okay, how we made the homemade glue? How we made engrudo? Wheat and water. Yeah, gluten. Glue. Gluten is glue. Yeah. So you said, how do you say pegamento in English? Glue. That's gluten. So now we get into an ugly something what we didn't want to know. What happened is, the gluten is a glue and that sticks to our guts. Before it wasn't an issue. So well, but everybody eats bread or any kind of wheat or gluten, and it was no problem. Of course it wasn't, because we ate, or the holy bread was made with those 5 or 6 kinds of wheat that nature made it. But this is a new kind of food made by men. So this new bread has so much gluten, so much, that sticks to our guts, and our body cannot process it. It can't, it's too much. And of course you can say, well, I don't have any problem. Well, it depends on everybody's body and what happened with your diet. So in my case, I can eat the whole bakery. But instead of my 2 or 3 or 5, whatever tortillas a day, I switch to a couple of slices of bread, but this kind of heavy bread that Europeans eat. And I was baking at home, that kind of heavy bread. So those 6 slices maybe per day made the problem you will see. So, but let's go back to this. That gluten sticks to our guts and makes all kinds of troubles what we don't know is related with the wheat or the gluten. So they said all kinds of sicknesses and health issues, from headaches to acne hundreds of different sicknesses, very dangerous ones, terrible, but the doctors don't tell you, or maybe they don't even know, I don't know. There is a connection between the gluten intake and the problem. So many people have changes in their lives and their health in general as soon as they stop eating gluten. And they didn't know that was the problem. That was my case, because you said, in this little thing, I found it very cute. So what was your problem, Rocio? Do you have a headache? No, thanks God I didn't have a headache. I was very healthy, happily married, the happiest woman in life, baking and baking and baking. And it was no health issue in my perspective, or as far as I knew. But my transition from corn as a base of my diet, let's call it that way, to wheat made a big trouble in me, and I didn't know that was the problem. So this corn-made woman, 5 years later, became that gluten-made, unhealthy woman. I wasn't sick, but of course that's not healthiness. That's not healthy. Something was wrong. But my doctor said, okay, your high blood pressure, your blood pressure is okay. You have nothing. Everything is perfect. But what is wrong? I didn't change my diet. I take 2 slices of bread in the morning, and well, I don't know, something, who knows? I didn't know, nobody knew, until I became gluten-free. How I became gluten-free? Well, that's not a really happy thing. But what happened is, after I sadly became a widow, it was no reason for me to have bread, to bake it, or even to buy it, as a matter of fact. What for? So the whole world comes down, and well, I didn't eat any bread for a couple of months because I didn't want to eat almost nothing. So bread was, but I ate. Of course I ate as a regular basis, but no bread at all. And then what happened is how I now. So I didn't start any diet, I didn't go to the gym. I just found out in a very hard way that the problem was that delicious bread that I learned to make because my husband taught me how. So it is a bittersweet story because, well, it's a happy ending. Now I'm getting back. I just feel better. I definitely feel better. My health wasn't in troubles so far, but of course I was just straight to all kinds of sicknesses. So thanks God it didn't happen to me, but of course it was a terrible way to learn that that bread was making that trouble in my life. And I'm not someone who knows about that. I've just read a lot about this matter for now a few months, and I just discovered there is people who say that maybe my beloved husband never would get that sickness that he got if he didn't eat that much bread as he did. Maybe he would be here. Well, that's something we could not know. And this is about me, and me for sure I can say gluten made big trouble in my life, and I didn't even know it. That's why now I try to share with people, you don't need to wait to get sick. You don't need to wait to see something happening to your life. You can try, or at least try to reduce your gluten intake, because unless you have your own land and you have your own seeds, you don't have to buy it to Monsanto. That's the only way you can have another kind of wheat. Other than that, they have the control of the whole thing. So, well, thank you so much. I just wanted to share that, yeah, I wasn't sick, but that wasn't healthy, and I'm just trying to be a healthier person.